One day, a little rabbit set out on a curious journey deep into the forest. The small obstacles he encountered along the way reminded him of his courage, and finally, by following the light, he achieved his dreams. As the sun was just rising, a little squirrel and a tiny rabbit embarked on a day of adventure in the forest. The obstacles they encountered along the way frightened them, but their trust in each other gave them courage. And, in the end, they discovered the power of their friendship by reaching for the light. Deep in the forest, a curious hedgehog and a cheerful duck set out on a new adventure. Although the small obstacles they encountered along the way frightened them, their trust in each other grew stronger. And finally, in the bright clearing they reached together, they felt the value of true friendship. In the silence of the forest, a little squirrel found a mysterious light that opened the door to an unexpected adventure. As the light filtered deeper into the forest, the squirrel, despite his fear, decided to follow. And finally, the light led him to a peaceful clearing. There, the squirrel learned that sometimes courage begins with a small step. As the sun fell on the forest, a tiny turtle and a curious bird set off on a new adventure. Small obstacles along the way challenged them, but they continued forward, supporting each other. Finally, when they reached a colorful field of flowers, they felt the value of true friendship. With the first light of morning, a little rabbit and a shy hedgehog decided to explore the forest. Although the sudden rise of the wind frightened them, they embraced each other and continued their journey. And when they finally reached the bright clearing hidden behind the wind, they realized that true courage lies in walking together. Amid the warm colors of autumn, a little fox chased a bright leaf blown by the wind. The leaf suddenly landed on a stream, and the fox hesitantly approached the water's edge. Gathering his courage, the fox leaped across the water and reached the leaf, realizing that sometimes even the smallest step can be a great victory. Deep in the forest, a tiny deer followed the beat of his heart and began to walk toward a mysterious light. As he approached the light, he heard a sound. A small rabbit was trapped in a thorny bush. The deer bravely parted the branches and rescued the rabbit, and in that moment, they realized that the light of friendship could change everything. One morning, a curious mole began to follow a tiny light that shone in the depths of the forest. When the light suddenly darted away, the mole mustered his courage and ran after it. When he finally reached the small clearing where the light had hidden, he realized that his courage had actually grown along the way. One morning, a little bird suddenly realized its voice had disappeared and set out with its best friend, a squirrel, to find it back. During their journey, they heard a faint melody from within a mysterious cave, and boldly they stepped inside. A small light hidden within the cave brought back the bird's voice, and they both realized that friendship is the greatest strength.